All right.
They want to see me occupy
this bit about ex gratia and scrapping it. Are you for it? I mean, are you really, as a party, the former president, is he telling us the truth?
Look, let me tell you that, funny enough, before this particular conversation began, there was a roundtable discussion. May my father rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. The Honorable Asedin Ketia was in that meeting. He educated all of us on the work of the National Assembly that led to the drafting of the 1992 Constitution. He explained the rationale or the raison d'etre for which that clause on Article 71 office holders was put in. The question is simply this, Benjamin. At the time, how many judges did we have? How many members occupied this unique club of Article 71 persons? It was a very small group. In any case, on all the key economic and financial indicators, Ghana was doing better. Today, we have at least 34 million people in this country. How can you continue to have a small club? Don't forget the work of the Constitutional Amendment Review Committee going around the country. If you observe, the largest referendum came from Article 71. Every Ghanaian wanted something done about that particular clause. Okay,
so just to ensure that we encapsulate this very briefly, how are you going to do that? You will need constitutional reforms.
Charity begins from home. So first and foremost, once you accept an appointment in my administration, you know that you are not receiving ex gratia. First and foremost. So take it that we are going to have 60 government ministers. That's the first rule of thumb. The rest of it will require some parliamentary conversations. It will require engagement with the other sections of them. And
you will get a pushback from there.
Don't worry.
Because the other side, whether majority or minority,
I can bet you that
you can't coerce them into accepting
when the framers of the 1992 Constitution went for all the members of the Assembly, the market women and all of that, what did we say? Ghanaians protested. Members of the then UP tradition protested that they were taking farmers and market women to go and determine what goes into a constitution. It has given us the most stable period in our history as a people. You can't fault the 1992 Constitution because it was by the people and for the people. But now the people determine that it is time for us to make amends, that there is too much power vested in the executive, that Article 71 office holders do not own Ghana, that there must be some amendments to that clause as well. There will definitely be some pushback, but I have no doubt that every well-meaning Ghanaian knows that the circumstances of our history have also changed and that there is a need for some amendments to be made, and they must be far-reaching.
An interesting point is that some of you, there are members of parliament who have benefited 3-4 times.
In fact, even 5 times.
5 times.
Yes.
They've been there time and again.
Absolutely.
These are people who, pardon my language, have grown fat.
Thank you. So we can ask a question.
On the largesse of the state.
To put it better.
Okay. So now, for these same people, sometimes, to come back and say, oh, let's scrap it, it comes across as a bit hypocritical. But all well and good. Better start from somewhere.
No. I totally.
But the point.
No. I totally.
Look,
let me.
How long if a John Dramani Mahama becomes president again? How long will it take him to institutionalize this? We need to look at this in a framework before you say something and then 7 years on or 4 years you are now trying to execute it.
Benjamin, let me say something, right? You see, look, for the very first time, I love the fact that all of us, with whatever policies we put out there, we are being put to strict proof. It is a fantastic exercise that at this time, Ghanaians have realized that all these highfalutin promises mean absolutely nothing if there is no clear commitment. So I think that it is important that we establish that we are clearly committed to the work of the Constitutional Amendment Committee. We are committed to reviewing the Constitution. We are committed to ensuring that Parliament will come along, that the judiciary will come along. But what we expect is that the media will help us in the advocacy, will help us in the education, and will actually lead the conversations in the run-up to this particular issue. And secondly, it will start from his own appointments. And look, let me be honest with you. There are some government appointees, ministers, deputies, chief executives, who don't live in public accommodation, you understand?
All right.
You get me? They are given the option, but they decline. He has also mentioned things to do with utilities, for example. Don't forget that there's a lot that is accorded persons within this Article 71 environment.